I have pertinent information regarding the case.
We'll get to that, Murphy. But right now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
What's the big idea?
Piece of junk taser blew the fuse when I tried to charge it.
I'm ready for you, Robo.
I'm afraid
All right,
like
let's
OCP's
see what's cooking under the hood.
God knows
Once
what
I'm done, he's all yours, Doctor.
Hey, what's that look supposed to mean?
Patyczek. Ucho mi zasędziało. Chciałem patyczka. Tak? O, patyczka. Kurwa.
Hello, Robocop. Congratulations. I've seen your accomplishment on TV. I hope that I'll manage to remain professional despite sitting opposite a celebrity. How do you feel about being acclaimed as a hero again?
I serve the public trust. I do not do it for fame.
No. Your sense of duty is what drives you, that's clear. I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne Lewis. You've seen her at the hospital, haven't you? How is she?
She is stable.
You cherish that relationship, don't you? She's an important part of your life. Your past life, too.
She is.
Just like your family. You're very protective of your past.
OCP cut me off from my family.
And how do you view their decision to separate you from them?
My programming does not allow for family life.
No. I guess that was never the intention. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind when you try to remember your family? I see. Memories can be painful. Especially when they're connected to the ones you love. They tend to remind us of what we're missing. The thief that broke into my house I mentioned before? He was my brother. He was an addict who'd come over to steal things to sell so he could buy drugs. As you can imagine, my last memory of us together is not a happy one. But despite that, I still wouldn't want to lose it. It serves as a reminder of how I failed him. And I've been trying to rectify it ever since.
I do not remember my family. I can only feel them.
These feelings, how do they manifest themselves?
As system failure. But OCP sees them as obstacles that need to be removed.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to convince you they are right?
Did they?
What you need to understand is that regardless of outside influences, my client's well-being takes highest priority. Especially now that I understand how important these memories are to you. I will fight for you in every way I know how. If you let me. I think this is a good place to end this session. Thank you for your honesty. It certainly has been noted. I've got plenty to think about for now.
Tak, odejmij. Odejmij.
Yeah, just keep following the road.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth fashion. So what did we learn from it?
Oh my god.
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send Robocop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative, under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vultures are hiding.
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're downtown, the old man wants to meet with you.
The old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly, find Spike.
Robocop! Over here. You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume? The OCP puppet who's gunning for my seat as mayor? I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make you the highlight of his election bid. Judging by your expressive face, he hasn't talked to you about it yet, huh? That's what I figured. What a slimy bastard. Using your image to influence the good people of this city, and without your consent? That's clearly something that I would never do. But you know that I've always appreciated what you're doing for our city, right? So, the real question is, what are we gonna do about it together?
I will not let OCP take over this city.
I knew you'd understand. I need to go. Campaign season is busy, but let me leave you with one word of advice. Whatever you do, make it clear that you are not siding with Mills. You can be sure that they'll twist your every word and use it against you. That's what OCP does. Thanks for the talk, Robocop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
Robocop is getting a face-to-face with the old man himself. I tell him all about how the OCP is fucking us over.
Shiny. Got a job for you.
How are you feeling after the incident at the bank?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me. There's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate espionage, so expect a warm welcome.
Should I assume hostility from the suspect?
I assume you'll find sensitive data there. Look for it thoroughly and make sure it comes straight back to my hands. Tenement across the street from the arcade, apartment 12. Now go, I've got to prepare for a meeting. And remember, if you won't take care of it, another cop will have to. Another cop that isn't quite as resistant to deadly surprises as you are.
Whoa. Chodziło o pozbawienie rebeliantów ludzi źródeł zaopatrzenia w paliwo, poinformowało Centralne Dowództwo Sił USA. Iran, oskarżany o wspieranie Houthi, potępił, to cytat, barbarzyński amerykański atak. Amerykanie rozpoczęli masowe naloty na cele rebeliantów w zeszłym miesiącu, zapowiadając, że nie zaprzestaną ich, dopóki Houthi będą atakować statki na Morzu Czerwonym. Wypadek kolejki linowej niedaleko Neapolu. Nie żyją 4 osoby, 5 jest w ciężkim stanie. Po pęknięciu liny trakcyjnej runął jeden z wagoników. Kolejkę otwarto tydzień temu po zimowej przerwie i rutynowej konserwacji. Prawdopodobną przyczyną katastrofy był silny wiatr. Prokuratura sprawdzi, czy konserwację przeprowadzono zgodnie z normami i dlaczego kolejkę uruchomiono mimo złej pogody. Wenecja znów płatna dla turystów. Od dziś obowiązuje system rejestracji wizyt i pobierania opłat. Przepisy będą obowiązywać przez 54 pełne dni do końca lipca i dotyczyć tzw. turystów jednodniowych. Opłat wahając się od 5 do 10 euro. To drugi rok eksperymentu prowadzonego w reakcji na nadmiarową liczbę odwiedzających miasto.
Jest akt oskarżenia wobec mężczyzny, który prawie 5 lat temu wjechał autem uczestników strajku kobiet w Warszawie. 6 miesięcy po zdarzeniu prokuratura umorzyła postępowanie, ale rok temu zostało ono wznowione. Jak się okazało, podejrzany Paweł K. był wtedy i wciąż jest funkcjonariuszem ABW.
W październiku 2020 roku ludzie manifestowali po wyroku Trybunału Trybunału Konstytucyjnego w sprawie ustawy aborcyjnej. Blokowali ruch na jednym ze skrzyżowań. Wtedy to Paweł K. po rozmowie z protestującymi chciał przyjechać. Nagle ruszył, nie reagował na okrzyki, by się zatrzymać. Według śledczych potrącił rowerzystę, a jednej z kobiet przyjechał po sobie. Paweł K. nie przyznaje się do winy. Wybuch baterii w smartfonie w szpitalu powiatowym w Iławie. Do eksplozji doszło na oddziale medycznym. Jeden z pacjentów złośnie rzucił aparatem, a ten zapalił się i eksplodował. Doszło do zadymienia. Ewakuowano 5 osób. Ogień ugasiły pielęgniarki jeszcze przed przybyciem straży pożarnej.
Proszę Państwa, złoto przelewające się za moimi plecami to złoto historyczne. Krótki film pokazujący, jak wyglądała korona Bolesława Chrobrego, powstał dzięki sztucznej inteligencji. A mówimy o tym dziś, ponieważ 18 kwietnia 25 roku, 1025 roku, żeby było jasne, uznawany jest za datę koronacji pierwszego króla Polski.
Arabskie.
Takie precjoza Chrobry
Wow, dubajska korona.
Oryginalna korona i insygnia królewskie się nie zachowały.
To jest
Twierdzą twórcy filmu,
niesamowity człowiek w
wykorzystano
Dubaju.
najbardziej zaawansowane na świecie narzędzia AI. Film powstał na zamówienie Małopolskiego Urzędu
Niesamowici inżynierowie Dubaju AI.
Tysiąclecia Królestwa Polskiego.
I pozostańmy jeszcze przy tym temacie.
To jest to.
1 000 000 promocyjnych biletów oraz lokomotywa z wizerunkiem Bolesława Chrobrego mają uświetnić tysiąclecie koronacji pierwszego króla Polski.
Budynki?
W Gnieźnie, pierwszej stolicy
Budynki
kraju,
AI.
zaprezentowano tę wyjątkową i mega nowoczesną ciuchcię.
Polskimi barwami i wizerunkiem Chrobrego ozdobiona została lokomotywa Griffin 200. Zaprojektowana w Polsce wykonana, najszybsza, najnowocześniejsza polska lokomotywa. Przez miesiąc pociąg będzie kursował między Zieloną Górą a Gnieznem. Dodatkowo z okazji tysiąclecia koronacji Chrobrego PKP Intercity zaproponuje 1 000 000 promocyjnych biletów na przejazdy swoimi pociągami. Rosyjski zbiornikowiec Katanga do 5 maja zostanie odholowany z Gdyni. Według informacji Morskiego Portu Gdynia będzie zezłomowany w Danii. Jego armator ogłosił upadłość.
Wcielił się w postać szpiga z Top Gear. Brytyjski program motoryzacyjny Top Gear znalazł w sercu fanów motoryzacji szczególne miejsce.
Prace na farmie wiatrowej Baltic Power nabierają tempa. Zainstalowano pierwsze elementy przejściowe. Jest ich 5, a docelowo będzie 78. Te stalowe konstrukcje połączą fundamenty i turbiny wiatrowe. Równolegle postępują prace budowlane na lądzie. Uruchomienie farmy zaplanowano na przyszły rok.
W Krakowie z jednej strony trudno mówić o tradycji, jeśli coś trwa zaledwie nieco ponad 2 dekady, z drugiej nie ma wątpliwości, że festiwal Misteria Paschalia stał się już krakowską tradycją Wielkiego Tygodnia i Świąt Wielkanocnych. Festiwal poświęcony muzyce dawnej ściąga zarówno wykonawców, jak i publiczność z całej Europy.
Poznaliśmy 16 września 2010 roku.
It's a Holy to festiwal Wielkiego Tygodnia, więc chcemy, by publiczność mogła zanurzyć się w fantastycznej muzyce korespondującej z tym czasem. Ważną częścią programu jest zatem renesansowa muzyka portugalska, angielska czy włoska. Chcemy również odkryć przed uczestnikami festiwalu wspaniałe miejsca sakralne, takie jak opactwo w Tyńcu, kaplica w kopalni soli w Wieliczce czy kościół karmelitów.
Misteria Paschalia to nie tylko koncerty. Przez cały tydzień w Pałacu Potockich trwają Wednesdays, czyli wystawa historycznych instrumentów dętych, wraz z towarzyszącymi jej warsztatami i wykładami.
Ale piękne.
Hey you, the old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the staircase.
Do you think it's gonna hold his weight?
Doesn't matter. Just don't dump it into recycling. The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now. I always dreamt of turning it into the most prosperous district in the city. A new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
Are you asking a machine about dreams?
You're selling yourself short, son. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things. You lose everything you worked for your entire life. But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder, has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
You cannot complain about the life that was granted to you.
That's very humble of you. The real reason I've summoned you here is because I'm worried. I'm aware of your instability problems, and it's not a matter that we can overlook. That's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
It helps me with perspective, but it also brings out things buried.
That's part of the recovery process. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you'd want. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
My fellow officers worry about OCP's intention regarding their work.
Really? I'll have a word with Becker. Perhaps some new equipment would boost their morale.
It would be appreciated.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. And you can't argue with them.
No.
Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
Hey, Murphy, are you done with the old man's tea party? Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
OCP sure I'm in the right place, but I can't see my FTO anywhere. Could I have his name, please? Over.
Sure thing. It's Officer Rat. He should be in one of the dumpsters. That's the only place he belongs, if you catch my drift. Over and out.
Right. So much for my field training.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
Has working with the police not made you change your ways?
I need to keep up appearances. Otherwise, I wouldn't be much use as an informer, now would I? Nah, tell me. What's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, or maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to see if they know anything.
Ty.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe he could help.
Are you positive that he escaped on the damaged motorcycle?
Not so much on it as with it. From what I gathered, the bike suffered more than just a dent. I'm guessing he must have dragged it to some nearby mechanic to get it back in shape. I think Ben's shop is the closest.
Co? Jeszcze raz to samo poszło. Proszę, że...
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel and Gale. And I think everyone will sleep better once those butchers are taken care of.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe he could help.
Thank you. You have given me all I need.
I know you're busy, but there's something that I need your help with.
I will not be involved in any illegal activity.
That's very presumptuous of you. I just need help finding a VHS tape in the rental place across the street. The title slipped my mind, and I assume you've got like a database or something in your head that'll make looking for it a breeze. So what do you say? Will you help me look for it?
There are crimes happening that need attention.
That's not a no. I'll be waiting here if you change your mind.